Stewart-Haas Racing's switch to Ford has laid the foundations for what has so far been a dominant start for Kevin Harvick and the number 4 team in 2018.
Kevin Harvick, Rodney Childers, Stewart-Haas Racing and Ford go to victory lane.
Winning 2 of the 3 opening races so far, the man from Bakersfield, California owes his form to the groundwork put in by the organisation to ensure a smooth transition amidst a year of change in 2017.
2017 was a really good season. I think when you really stop and step back and look at how everything turned out, it's a huge credit to the organization and all the people at Stewart-Haas Racing. Switching over to Ford, basically rebuilding a whole company with all the things that we did was a pretty phenomenal feat to be in the last race of the year and have a chance to win the championship at Homestead. So it was very rewarding to see the achievements. Obviously you look at the numbers and you want to make the wins and top 5s better, but I think we did pretty well.
The switch to Ford meant big changes at the SHR race shop in North Carolina, but the long hours and hard work could clearly be seen towards the end of the season, with Harvick's first ever win at Sonoma.
The biggest challenges were early in the season. You know, some of the biggest hurdles that we had to overcome were from an aero standpoint and just understanding the car, what pushed the buttons to make more downforce. And I think as we went through the year, we learned a lot about our car, and when the season ended, I still feel like we had room to gain, but we were out of races. The end of the season is really when we started to hit our stride on the mile-and-a-half racetracks, and that's always been our strong point as I've been at SHR over the past 4 years. And as we got to Texas, it was just, you could sense the fact that we were getting frustrated of not having one on the mile-and-a-half tracks, and so we had the speed in the cars to put all that together at the end of the race and be able to pull off a win at another racetrack that I hadn't won at in Texas was something that was really needed at the right time at the end of the year.
Part of building a winning Cup car is down to designing a competitive chassis around the NASCAR rules package, which can change from year to year.
As you look at NASCAR, I think the biggest challenge that we have there is going to be understanding the inspection process with their new process of how they're going to inspect the cars and the way that those things are going to go. So we'll have some challenges from that side of it, just trying to get the balance of our race car where it needs to be. That was the biggest challenge last year, is we had a very unbalanced race car with the rules package that we currently have compared to the other 2 manufacturers who've had a redesign in their car that are built around this package. Ours was built for big spoilers and big splitters. So, you know, I think for us it's just, you know, hitting those right buttons to get the car back balanced to where it's drivable and still has speed.
Taking advantage of last year's regulations was NASCAR's standout performer, Furniture Row's Martin Truex Jr. The small team from Denver, Colorado were in charge from the start with their number 78 Toyota Camry.
I actually look at their team as being bigger than ours because of the fact that, you know, they get all their chassis and share everything with Joe Gibbs Racing. I would look at it as a 5th team. But I think when you look at the accomplishments and how far they've come, when they started, they were the little engine, for sure, out in Colorado that was trying to do everything themselves. And I think as they got closer to knowing what they wanted to do in order to reach their capability, they had to merge up with somebody. But basically, they take that product that comes from Joe Gibbs, and they take it and make it into their own. And, you know, they obviously do a good job in getting everything out of the race cars, and whatever they're doing is working very well.
This year, Harvick leads a new-look Stewart-Haas Racing team celebrating their 10-year anniversary. Aric Almirola takes over from Danica Patrick in the number 10 car. Kurt Busch extends his deal for another year in the number 41, while Clint Bowyer looks to make an impression in his 2nd SHR season.
There's definitely some changes within Stewart-Haas Racing with Aric Almirola coming on board. You know, I think as you look at, you know, his past and the things that he's done, I'm looking forward to that just because of the fact that I feel like he'll be very eager to, you know, get the results that he thinks he should have and the team expects. I think from a 4-team standpoint, there's not a lot that's changed. I think our goals and challenges will be very similar to a lot of the things that we've done going into each year. You know, the light at the end of the tunnel is glowing brightly, and as much potential as you can see in it, you can get out of it because, you know, I still don't really feel that we've come close to reaching the potential of where we could be.